And this happened on October 11th of 2025, and the internet never rests since that time. I mean, today we're going to be looking at it from the angle of mercy, from the angle of is there a timeline between mercy and when is mercy too much? Some people are asking that who select this mercy list? Who decided that who should be pardoned? And while we're choosing to focus on Maryam Sanda, while we're choosing to focus on Maryam Sanda, uh, who stabbed her husband, Biliamin Bello, after a fight. They had a fight in their house. While we're choosing to focus on that, we also have some trending news of a kidnapper. I think there's a kidnapper that was also pardoned. And, you know, the news has been testing the patience of a lot of people. Say the woman will kill her husband, has collected a presidential pardon. Her name was added to the 175 convicts where government say them pardon, and since October 11th, when that news broke out online, there's been a lot of conversation. So what we want to say is mercy ever too much? Like the Bible says that the mercies of the Lord are new every morning. So if there's a portal in the spirit that allows mercy to be renewed every morning, I mean, God definitely might has forgiven her if she has asked for that mercy. So, but in the context of human emotion, when is mercy too much? Like, when is mercy too much? Because since the news broke out, it's just been both bars on Twitter, both bars on Instagram, and some people are saying that this particular mercy is too much. So, who selected this mercy list? These are things we're going to discuss today on Stage Them TV Live as I take us through, and I'm going to share some amazing information that you've ever knew about this case. So you must stay till the end for you to get that. So, a quick backstory. Let me give us a quick backstory of this particular peculiar case. There are other instances that Nigerians are aggravated with. There's a kidnapper that they said used to kill people and kidnap that was also pardoned. And, Nigerians are upset. They are upset about this pardon, these 175 convicts that have been pardoned. So, backstory to Maryam Sanders' issue, in 2017 in Abuja, Maryam stabbed her husband. Her husband's name is Biliamin Bello. She stabbed him after a fight. She suspected him of infidelity, that's cheating on her, and she stabbed him after a fight in their house at Wusetu. So the court case dragged from that 2017. The court case dragged because they're both from influential background, both husband and wife. So the wife's family pulled and dragged and worked with connection. She shall drag till January 2020. The court case dragged till January 2020 when the High Court sentenced Maryam Sanda to death by hanging in 2020. So she now still appealed, because of the connections and the influence her family has. She appealed in December 2020, but Court of Appeal still uphold that death sentence. Say, you wicked. Say, as you stab a old, handsome Biliamin, Biliamin Bello, your own husband, over infidelity suspicion. So she appealed. The appeal court said, no way, you must still die. They uphold the death sentence, and of course, things went on. At that time, everybody felt say, justice don't happen. They were like, but fast forward to now, she's free. After the Court of Appeal uphold the death sentence, everybody was like, oh, justice at last for Billy Amin. But this is 2025, and she has been pardoned, and she's free totally. That means the events leading to her freedom from the period she murdered her husband till now is just about 8 years. They took a life of her husband, and in 8 years, she's totally free. Under the context of saying she was going to take care of her children and stuff like that. But I mean, if I'm to look at it, if she hasn't been rehabilitated, is that the kind of woman you want to really take care of children? Is that the kind of temper, anger you want taking care, raising up children? A woman that killed their father. I want to hear from you guys. Do you think that is justified? That the decision, to pardon her with the context of the children needs to be taken care of by their mother. Is it better not to be taken care by even someone who is not your mother that is sane than someone that you know? I mean, what would make you stab your husband? That's like insanity. That's the height of it. What would make you say because he's cheating on you, then he has to die? Anyway, back to our talk. Back to our talk. She's free, people. She's free right now. So now, last week, Friday, October 11th, President Tinubu dropped a list of 175 convicts that have been pardoned, just last week, Friday. And inside that list, Maryam Sanda name show. That name show. So uh, when the name show, people have to go and do a research. They were bringing out different names that they didn't expect to be there. And, it was quite shocking, some of the names, especially the kidnapper that I read about. And then presidential spokesman, Bayo Ononuga, come talk say, now good conduct, remorse, and humanitarian grounds make government consider her. Say now good conduct, make government consider ex-kidnapper we don't kill several people. Say na good conduct make government consider murderer we don't kill the husband. Now, maybe if she has done a substantial number of years, like let's say, I feel a pardon from the death sentence would have been justified. Yeah, that okay, let's pardon her, let's lift the death sentence. But a total pardon of freedom at this time. Well, let's continue. Let's go. Let's hear what Nigerians have to say. Because Nigerians don't want to hear am. They don't want to hear wetin Bayo Ononuga talk. And Ononuga say na good conduct, remorse, humanitarian grounds, make government consider. Nigerians don't want to hear. For many people, that is injustice wrapped in grammar. Injustice wrapped in grammar. That's which one is a remorse, humanitarian grounds, good conduct. Anyone, I mean, even thieves will show like they are good conduct so that they can get out and steal again. Anyone can pretend to have been of good conduct because they've been caught in the act. When you really know if someone is of good conduct is when they're out. Now she's out now. That's when you can really know who's of good conduct. How do you know someone is of good conduct when they are serving a punishment? Really, yeah, it's remorse. Many times it's remorse you are saying as good conduct, and remorse does not justify pardon for a huge crime like murdering, not murdering an outsider, murdering your own husband, murder of your own husband. So we have some social media reactions. Let's look at some of our live audience and some social media reactions here. Let's hear what people are tweeting and saying. Someone said a case of premeditated murder should never be considered for pardon. Pure injustice. That's at Basquala Show said so. Ikiator said that Mr. Sunday Jackson is sentenced to death, defending himself. Yet Maryam Sanda gets clemency. What a country. Mr. Sunday Jackson is the guy that defended himself, I think, on his farm or something like that. Yeah. Then Ajolis said, come, drop that deep one. That Maryam Sanda pardon really drives home when Nigerians says, now who die lose. That's a powerful one there from Ajolis. He said, that Maryam Sanda pardon really drives home when Nigeria say now who die lose, meaning now Biliamin lose in this matter now. You fit see waiting Nigerians they feel justice for poor man, mercy for rich face. Because if you look at Mr. Sunday Jackson that is brought up by Ike Atoye, Mr. Sunday Jackson was only defending himself in his farm. He defended himself against an attacker and was able to, overpower the attacker and kill the attacker in self-defense, but he has been sentenced to death. But it's a case of premeditated murder, like Basco Shows said now. He said it should never be considered for pardon, pure injustice. I mean, even if it was going to be considered for pardon, like I feel, it should be the death sentence can be considered, yeah, maybe reduced to some 30 years, 25 years, something that when she's of that age and she gets out, she would really be remorseful. As far as I'm concerned, 7 years. I mean, someone mentioned that allegedly she's not even serving time in the prison. That's the level of connection I hear that an influence that I hear that our family has. Someone allegedly said that are we even sure that she has been in the prison all this while? You know, so there's a lot of allegations against this list by the president. The late husband's family. There's a reaction from the late husband's family, and also there's a reaction from the father of Biliamin tonight. Tonight, I just saw that tonight. But let's read the reaction from the late husband's family, the Bilo family. They released a press statement saying that they are heartbroken and the pardon inflicts more pain on them. They say the government just rubs salt for wound we never heal since 2017. This is from the Eagle Online. It says family of slain husband kicks. However, earlier today, the father to Biliamin and the father to Miriam at the press conference, where the father to Biliamin said he has forgiven his former daughter-in-law, that's Miriam, for killing uh, his son, that he has left everything to God. So there's a kind of dichotomy there between the family of Biliamin and the father. He went as far as saying that is the son and all that stuff. But the family is saying, no, 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 no. This is government, opening old wound as far as they are concerned, because the wounds that might have been opened, this is the one that is in our face that we know about. For some of these other convicts, I can imagine the people they hurt, the people they killed, the people they kidnapped, and how they'll be feeling right now at how this list was made. Was this list come about? This mercy list. I think that's another angle we need to look at. Look at it from how did they determine and decide who should be pardoned totally, or who? I believe all 175 were pardoned totally. They were released. There was no case of reduced terms. They were totally released. Now let's look at the legal angle. Let's get some education here. Let's look at the legal angle. Now, constitutionally, the president get power under Section 175 to grant pardon. But what we need to ask is, what's the criteria? Who they nominate? Constitutionally, he has that power under Section 175, because it be like say only the well-connected they see mercy. Now only the well-connected did this list. People thief goats, then they do waiting then they call them now jungle justice on top goats. Then they kill them right there. They don't even remember their name. There are people in Kirikiri, in all our prisons that are for flimsy reasons. They've been there for years, innocent people, just there for years. But when it's a high profile matter, fast track. So how was this list decided? Because I know that if they go to all these human rights activists, there are several cases of actually innocent people that are languishing in our prisons. So how we overlook all these ones to now go to high profile murder to grant pardon, it calls for, some accountability. While we know the president has that power, there should be some accountability. There should be, what's the criteria? There should be some kind of, okay, he makes a list and then some people still need to vet it, like, and not the Senate, not our Senate. Maybe some human rights activists, some reliable, some sons and all need to vet it, because see, here's a fact: the Presidential Committee on Prerogative of Mercy recommends candidates, but names rarely go public. The names rarely go public. Like, go public, okay, who do you think should be pardoned? And maybe people can suggest names of people they've come across that are swallowing in our prisons for no just reasons. Yeah. So make say my people, make we talk truth. If you like say justice and mercy, you don't get connection and price tags for Niger. For Niger. Because then this shows, if you notice, most of the people pardon are high profile, high profile. Meanwhile, there's a guy recently, I remember there's a guy recently that a governor had to step into his case. I think the governor of Osun State, that had been jailed for no just cause for a while. And there are several people like that people get them locked up for sake of the power they have over them, the influence that they are more influential than them. So why are these ones not the ones on this list? Eh? Because at this rate, at some point, Nigerians could stop believing in the law entirely. Because if connection guarantees mercy, who will still fear consequences? Who will fear consequences if your connection guarantees mercy? I want to hear from you. What do you think about this? What do you think? What do you feel about this matter? Eh? It choke, like it choke. The negative energy everywhere over this. People are unhappy. This is something that if it was done right, I really believe that if you do something right, there should be celebration. There should be really, if this 175 convicts are actually people that need it, like lawyers know people that need it. Activists know people that need it. They know people in these prisons that are there for because maybe someone hated them because they accused them of stealing what they didn't steal. If these were the people that were pardoned, there'll be celebration and jubilation everywhere. But look at the backlash. Go to X, go to Twitter and see the backlash. Look at the backlash. You don't choke everywhere. People are upset. So let's reason this one. I'm going to ask a question now, and I really want us to respond to me. Let's reason this. Should someone kill another human being over they cheat me, they cheat me as my husband, be pardoned? I repeat that again. Should someone that killed her husband, a human being, over a matter of you cheat me, cheat me, suspicion of cheating, nobody say you catch him, should that person be pardoned? So you killed someone because of fear of that he might leave you or somebody else might take him from you. Allegations unproven, and you killed him. Should that person supposed to get pardoned? Or mercy is supposed to get limits? I mean, of course, if she's asked for forgiveness, like I said here, the mercies of God are new every morning. God's mercy, forgiveness are new every morning. But as we're discussing in a pastors forum earlier today, that even with forgiveness, there are things, there are consequences. There are consequences for actions. There are consequences for actions. Should mercy have some limits? I want to read from you guys. Can you chat? It can be our top chat. Should mercy have should forgiveness have consequences or shouldn't have consequences? And then if someone kills a human being, would they ever be pardoned, especially your own husband, over alleged infidelity? I want to know. Can you type in the chat? I want to hear from you. Because if justice continue like this, the day one-sided like this, people will soon start taking law into their hands. If they know that, I mean, someone was joking that if you do that to my family member, just know that I'm coming for all your own too. Someone was joking about that. People are beginning to lose, confidence in the law. And we don't want that to happen. We don't want people taking law into their hands. So let me know, what do you think? Is this mercy or madness? I want to know how I reason that more. This one we happen now. This one, because there are several other instances out of the 175 convicts, but we're focusing on this one because this one has been out online, it's been out on Twitter, it's been out on Instagram, and and the basis of even the basis of she needs to take care of her children and all that. I still keep saying that like, is that someone with that frame of mind, someone that can stab a husband? Can the same person still break a child's head? Is that a kind of mind that will want to raise those two kids? So that's not justifiable, that one of it, so that she can raise her children and all that. I don't buy that one at all. So is this mercy or madness? Drop it in the chat. I want to hear from you guys. I want to see my top chat. I will call out your name and any of your comments. I will read it out so everyone can hear your opinion as they're watching this live. So let me know what you think. This action by President Tinubu of, giving granting pardon to Maryam Sanda. Do you think this is mercy, or it's just connection? It's just one-sided. What do you think? Is mercy supposed to have a limit? Is there a limit to mercy when it comes to how other people will feel about it? How other people will feel about it? At the end of the day, mercy no bad, okay? But mercy without fairness, na insult. So let me hear from you guys. What do you think? What do you think? Look at the case of the kidnapper too. I just saw they put up a picture of the guy on Twitter, and they said the guy was always, like, maybe 10, 12 years ago, he was a major kidnapper. He attacked soldiers. He attacks people and all that. And he was pardoned too. He was sentenced to 20 or 25 years in jail, of which he has done about 12 years out of that. And he got a pardon too. And people are upset about that. People are upset about that. The same thing with this Maryam Sanda matter. So waiting on that thing. It's one thing for us to be upset about it. It's one thing for us to make our voice heard. So, which is why I'm doing this live about it. Like, hey, while I believe so much in mercy, I believe in so much in the concept of mercy because it's of the Lord. It says His mercies are new every morning. His steadfast love are new every morning. What this tells us is that there's a portal that is opened every morning for you to be able to have mercy. That God never gives up on you. And God has never for one moment given up on Maryam Sanda. But that and consequences are two different things. Consequences of action and mercy of a new opportunity are two different things. So I'm saying that 7 years of case back and forth, trying to get bail, trying to get drop the charges, and then she eventually got sentenced in 2020, and then now she's out in 2025. I really feel for what she did, no, no, she didn't suffer any consequence for what she did. No, no. I'm a man. I'm a man, and I have a wife. I love my wife. I wouldn't want that to be done to me. I'll be. I mean, if that's done to me, I wouldn't even be here to say anyway, to say how I feel. But I mean, I want people to speak for me. Like, that guy was handsome, like, cute, tall, handsome guy, father of your two kids, and you stab him to death because of an allegation. And now, 8 years later, you're walking free. Mercy without fairness is not mercy. It's insult, honestly. So when you see an old man, like the father now came up today, and the father came up and was saying that he has forgiven her, that's fine. That's fine. Forgiveness for an action is different from someone paying, like a consequence that will make you not commit that same action. Can you imagine maybe the killer of that American that was shot recently? His name skips my mind right now. Can you imagine the killer being pardoned because he feels better? He has remorse, Then the next president, maybe the next president is a Democrat. He now pardons him. Yeah, can you imagine that? It was premeditated. But can he be forgiven by the wife like she did? The wife of the guy, while she was giving her speech at his was it Thanksgiving or wake him? She cried and she said, "I forgive you, I forgive you." Yes, forgiveness. But would that make President Trump now say, "Oh, let's release him"? No. Let her cry from tomorrow and just say, "I forgive him, I forgive him." So then pulling up Biliamin's dad, Biliamin's dad and the Miriam's dad, and just allegedly it feels like some manipulation and all that, bringing the man in and making him say that, oh, he has forgiven Miriam for killing his son and stuff like that. Yes, he has forgiven her, but consequences, brother, must stand. Consequences, yeah, why important? It's important. It's important that people face the consequences of their action. Yeah. And 8 years for killing a man, your husband, of which that 8 years, a lot of them were kids in between, so she wasn't really even in prison in those times. My God, I really think the justice system needs to look at itself in the mirror. It showed the kind of system we build. This case now mirror for all of us to look that this is the kind of justice system that we have in Nigeria. Because today it's Maryam. Tomorrow, who is next? Maybe someone that stole money from your company, and then the next thing you heard that they pardoned him after 1 year. Who is next? So drop your thoughts. Drop your thoughts for me. Drop your thoughts in this video. Please drop your thoughts, because this matter no end here. Watch the video, share it over and over again. We're going to keep following up on the case, and of course following up on the lady too. Let's see how things goes, and we'll keep every time it's necessary, we'll just bring it up, maybe in our community, maybe as a short video, maybe as a live like this too. Let's see how this goes. Let's see whether President Bola Tinubu will react to the, he'll give a speech or react to the response of Nigerians concerning this is list, this 175 convicted people that he pardoned, of which Nigerians have reacted harshly. There's been no celebration. There's been no celebration. You pardon 175 people, nobody celebrates. It shows that this presidency needs to feel the pulse of the people. You need to feel the pulse of the people, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And you have a son that is very, well connected, well versed. So it's a plus to be able to use what he knows about what people are saying and feeling and listening to him, since he's also kind of working with the government. Stop listening to just advisors to believe that this is what the people want. People are not pleased with many of these pardons of presidents. People are not pleased with many of these pardons, especially some of the high-profile cases. People are not pleased. So drop your thoughts, people. Drop your thoughts. I want to also know, should murder convicts be eligible for presidential pardon? Yes, should murder convicts, should they be eligible for presidential pardon? I want to know. Can you type in the chat? Yes, if you believe they should be, mercy for everyone, or no, justice must be served. Look at Somto just a couple of weeks ago, killed by those armed robbers and all. Then you now hear maybe in 3 years' time that they've been pardoned. What's the difference between this and the Boko Haram and Co pardon that we hear? What's the difference? Just picture it. It's the same scenario now. Those that, if they didn't, whether she jumped, whether they pushed her, whether if they did not go into that house to attack that house, she wouldn't have woken up from her sleep and say she just wants to jump. So they killed her. So imagine 5 years down the line, maybe there's another president, and then the president now grant pardon. You now hear that some of them are the people that robbed Somto's apartment. How would you feel? How would we all feel? So can murderers be pardoned from death sentence? Maybe if they are well behaved here and stuff like that. But total pardon and release from jail for a death sentence for murderer, because for a murderer to be convicted and sentenced to death, that means evidence full everywhere. That means everywhere full with evidence, everywhere burst out with evidence. And yet, one thing I know is this: many of our presidents, I don't think they really look at the documents, they really evaluate themselves and make decisions by themselves. I'm beginning to think that they have this level of people that just make some of these call and shots for them. Yeah, I really want to believe so. That there are people that just, like this list now, allegedly, maybe there are people that have just put names of people that they are people, they are called, the people they want to help. They just put it there. Man, no man. Connection, don't they work for presidential pardon? Ibad. It shows the kind system that we have. May you, I pray for you, may you never have to answer to the legal system of Nigeria. May I never have to answer to the legal system of Nigeria. Because from the police, Lord, ain't worth it. Ain't worth it. Please keep it in your prayer. The Yorubas will say, that we will not see the war of case, war of court proceedings. That's what Yoruba calls it. It's a prayer. And if you're watching anywhere we're watching from in the world, the Yoruba is a tribe in Nigeria, where I'm from. So they say, real Ogwejo, meaning we will not fall into legal battles. We will not be victims of legal battles. We will not have to fight legal battles. Mercy no bad, but mercy without fairness, na insult. Just take note. Now, waiting I take from this regard. Mercy without fairness, na insult. Because this injustice is one-sided. It's one-sided. It's not, I'm not even hearing of the real, like I said, there are real cases of people that have been in prison, some 10 years, 15 years for doing nothing. Maybe they were just picked up on the road and stuff like that. We are not seeing them on this list. I've not heard any of such on this list. It's high profile, connected people that have been waiting for the opportunity when someone they know is in power or whatever to just slide in names and I mean, that's the way it feels. Allegedly. Allegedly, that's the way it feels. When Nigerians start believing in law and the power of the law, then we are in a dangerous place. So the government, the executive, the legislators, please let us fix it now. Let's give our law, our legal system, our court system, let's give them power to do the right thing. Let us stop usurping their power. Because courts sentence someone to death now, both high court and appeal. Executive can't give them pardon. We're saying no, we can, anyone can. But if you have the power, you can blood the fool the law anytime. That's what we're saying. We're saying if you once you have the power, you can do anything with the law. That whatever the law has said, you can brush it down. I mean, just that you're a father alone, president, should make you know that, hey, what if this was me? What if it was someone of mine that this was done to? Would I be granting pardon 5 years down the line? A sentence that was 2020? Would I be granting total pardon, not a reduced term, not from death sentence? Let's make it what's the word now? Let's make it 20 years in jail, or let's make it 15 years in jail. An outright pardon. Would I do that if this was one of mine? This lady did this too. Yeah, that's the way to reason things at times. I don't know. It's people that subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, people. Subscribe. Click on that subscribe button so you can know when I'm on live like this every night. We come on live like this, and of course, we just have a nice time talking about trending issues, and we look at it from the perspective of the right values, the right culture, and what would help our country. So it would be a great thing if I see those subscribes supporting my channel, State TV. It will be great when I go off live and I see all of you subscribe, clicking. And for the returning subscribers, good to have you. For those that just stumbled on the video, we've had an amazing time tonight. Please go back and watch, share with your friends, like, drop an emoji, drop a love for me. I'll really appreciate that. Drop a comment. Let's know what you think about this matter, this hot matter of Maryam Sanda, pardon killer. Where Nigerians don't vex right now. Everywhere hot, everywhere hot, everywhere no cool, everywhere hot, my people, right now. And I got to come to an end of this live right now. I'm got to bring this to an end right now. So, President Tinubu, as you don't add, all these names, join those where you want pardon. Nigerians are upset. We know, say, you get the power legally. We know that the law empowers you totally to grant pardon. We know that. We know dispute term, section 175 of the Nigerian Constitution grants you that power to give pardon. But what we need to talk about is how will they take decide now? How will they take decide? Who decides? Because some things that they see here, I don't see the President Tinubu I don't see the heart for this one. So I say now people just chook. I don't know what people are saying. People just chook name inside. Because from this list now only people where they connected, they see Messi. People will get influence. People are saying that they see Messi. People where they connected. Fast track forgiveness from death sentence to pardon. Hi. It is well. I want to believe some people that have a good legal angle to this thing, they will check it out. Subscribe to the channel. They'll check it out. If you're watching this video and you know about the legalities of this, let's look at it from a legal angle. You can drop a comment in this video and let's see how we can talk about it, and then if there are implications, if there are. Why am I flogging on this? Because Miriam stabbed her husband in her right frame of mind for their house because of infidelity fight. Eh? And then High Court say, oh yeah, death by hanging. They appeal am, Court of Appeal say, death by hanging. She can't day jail. They wait for day of hanging. Then some way, her name, that kind of name, come enter pardon list. Not someone that stole a car because he was hungry. Not Someone that accidentally pushed their brother or their friend off the balcony and something while they were both arguing. No, someone that premeditated and stabbed and cut a husband to death. You pay me small, Sha. All right. Subscribe to the channel. I want to believe you guys are also on with this news. You're on with the news. You're well informed about it. And let's keep the communication. Let's keep the pressure on. Let's keep the momentum on. So that as it happen now, even if we know if you reverse this one, so that it no go continue to happen. I get my sir. For one regime now, terrorists, those ones they pardon. And then they say repentant. And this one now where they're pardoning murderers. So that these things won't keep happening. So that they won't keep happening. So let's do right. Let's keep the pressure up. Let's keep our voice loud. Let's speak against what we do not love as citizens. And of course, platforms like this will be used to make your voice heard and to just represent what's on your mind to the presidents, to the world, to the communities, to the nations. Subscribe to the channel. I want to believe this has been an amazing journey tonight. This is where I come to the end of tonight's live on Stage Dem TV, where we've been talking about the 175 convicts pardoned by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the 11th of October 2025. Of course, it's been a shocking one. It's been with disbelief. It's been with resistance all over Twitter, all over Instagram, all over Facebook, and of course, but what do we know? What do we see? Pardon killer. Nigerians are outraged. Let me know what your thoughts on this in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel. Show me some love. Like, share this video on your status. Till I see you tomorrow night on another live. My name is Rashid. This is State MTV. God bless you and have an awesome, awesome night. Bye now.